initiative on the Twisted Fate, I think is the most scary thing for DRX. Because we know that Chovy just wins lanes. It doesn't matter which champion he's playing, he just wins lanes.
This is a real test for Soka, I feel. I mean, he's putting his first foot forward, picking his most famous champion into a matchup that can be defining us to how much they can do in the top lane, especially into tanky, nigh unkillable Mordekaiser once he has his Death Realm up at 6, or his Death Warp, whatever his ultimate is called. He's going to put people in that. Okay, I said it right. Still learning all the ability names. I know what they do, but the names always mess me up. All right, but he's going to be able to put people under that turret, and it's going to be hard to kill him in the top lane.
Damn right it is. You know what's not going to be hard? Getting onto Summoner's Rift, because we're going to do it right now. I actually thought that we were going to immediately get a pause, and then I would have cast a curse the heck out of this situation. DRX jungle. And now we'll see whether the gold card is going to ring true, because Vista wants it. In fact, you don't even really need to start it with a gold card. There is so much CC, and they wrap around the Cassio, so she can only hit one person with her ultimate. That was beautifully done by Hanwha.
Very, very fortunately, Pyoshik has just been a no-impact jungler in this game.
But he's just been spotted the entire time. Yeah. That ward that is yet to be named has managed to spot out exactly where Pyoshik is, and Dudu's just going to wait out the Death Realm as best he can. Kingen, I believe, missed that Obliterate, as now the Destiny's going to come in, and Kingen's going to come out of his Death Realm and into the Death Chamber, unfortunately, and then Pyoshik's going to follow suit. That was not exactly what they wanted on the DRX side, and 3-0 now in favor of...
The two biggest things. It's like Dudu is just going to go in here. He's Death Realmed, but who cares?
Well, now Soka actually trying to offer some damage back, has already ulted, as now Dudu gets back in. They managed to lock down that kill, but in the meantime, Vista is going to die. So that's going to be the first kill over to DRX.
On to Kingen. And there's no turret here. There's just no way out.
I've seen this movie before, Wolf. I've seen it
sad
before.
Ending.
It's not good for Mordekaiser. Sauron dies again on my...
Might have at least offered some good CC and some late game skilling, but they don't even have that.
Oh, Bao! Very, very falling down as in goes Dudu. He's going to take him out. The Hextech ultimatum comes in. Becca, yep, just going to be mincemeat as Kingen. He's got a Death Realm, but I don't think he wants to be in one with anyone. Death for Deft, ahead of his opponent. What a year. That was his last year on EDG, I believe. Is Becca going to just have himself a present, but it's not the one he wants. His will going to be well and truly broken as Dudu teleports in. The kickback, though, onto Vista is pretty good, but whether it's going to be actually enough is going to be a huge question here as Def trying to kite out Kingen. He may actually fall here, though. Flashes to the very edge, but the Obliterate is going to be good. Meanwhile, the rest of Harmful Life tidying up the back end, but that was probably about as good as of a team fight as DRX were going to get.
Arthur wants this, though. He's going to try to get in here and get a wall ready. He does go ahead and pop that Zonia's, and Dudu comes over for the kill steal. You know?
Dudu having a really fun time just saying, why wasn't I starting? Yeah. And Def probably not too worried about that one either, because if Kingen's there trying to kill him, then the rest of his team's probably dying. Is Dudu just going to take down Solker as best he can here, as the Hextech ultimatum is going to be enough as Bao dives on forward, but Dudu is way too fed. As the Death Realm comes through, Chovy going to spend some time in there. Goes golden. He'll be fine. The cow is dead as the Q is going to connect, but unfortunately, when you try to go back to Atalia, she throws rocks at you. And Pyoshik's just going to die in mid-air.
Golden into a gold card, you know, Atlas?
Well, it's more like the end of the end. You know, I think the end started pretty early. And now we're at like 14,000 gold in the lead for Harmful Life. Here's an aggressive trade, though. The move forward as Arthur is going to go golden. The seismic shove, stunning. As Deft is going to grab himself a double kill. Make that one a triple, potentially, but no. Has to use his stopwatch and is now in a very rough position. Will be taken down there from Bao, and maybe DRX have got a bit of life left, and the answer's no, actually, because Dudu comes forward, and that's just easy tidy up. And now we're at like 14,000 gold in the lead for Harmful Life. Here's an aggressive trade, though. The move forward as Arthur is going to go golden. The seismic shove, stunning. As Deft is going to grab himself a double kill. Make that one a triple, potentially, but no. Has to use his stopwatch and is now in a very rough position. Will be taken down there from Bao, and maybe DRX have got a bit of life left, and the answer's no, actually, because Dudu comes forward, and that's just easy tidy up. I got excited.
You got a little excited. You saw that one frame With the double stun there, it might have looked like, wow, what a competitive game we might be watching here, but we don't live in that reality as Vista.
Vista tries to kill him with an exhaust. I love it. But of course, he didn't need that cooldown because he's not going to be able to make it to the Nexus in time, as Dudu is going to be the one that finishes it off. And a well-deserved 50 gold for him as well. Have a look at just how much damage Dudu managed to do. As a shout out to Deft, he tripled the damage of his lane.
Yeah, I mean, Deft was dominating lane non-stop. Vista actually made a lot of great plays and trades there, but I think the real reason why Deft was able to do so much damage, put so much pressure on the lane, and get such a huge gold lead early on was because Pyosik basically didn't exist because they always knew where he was, so as the jungler. But the big question becomes, like you said, how does this Zoe comp operate around Set, who's going to feel pretty comfortable, pretty fine against this? Can hard engage on top of the Zoe if she tries to flank too hard? If she doesn't flank, then she's not going to do that damage. Controlling the vision is going to be super important around these objectives, but Graves into an Olaf, it's hard to actually aggressively go deep in the jungle and get those wards up. You're risking your life every time you try it, so I really prefer Hanwha Life Esports draft here.
Yeah, me too. I also think that, you know, the fact that Olaf keeps up so well with the Graves in the earlier stage of the game, Arthur will be able to play around all of the lane priority that Hanwha Life just get, right? Because they have Chovy, they have Deft, they have these lane prowess players, and Arthur's just going to have free roam and should be able to help Dudu out if he would like to. But
the commitment does go on to Deft, who was, like you said, making himself very attractive to be dove upon, and trying anyways, you know.
Well, now it's going to be DRX's turn as Vista's going to get caught out. Does have himself his Haymaker, but I don't think it's going to be enough as Becca's taking a lot of damage. The hook goes wide, but it's going to be first.
Denying vision. Sure, he had that really long... I'll hold that thought. Wow.
Whoa, that's a big flash from Vista. Becca's just going to be dead as Pyosik has to quick draw himself out of there, but you can see DRX, they want the fight. Kingin comes in, barrel is down, but Dudu's going to land some chains as well. They're broken pretty quickly as Chovy now looking for Sulka up towards the top side of this fight. It's broken off as DRX are trying to regroup. Arthur misses the undertow, and Bao doing a fair bit of work here with his Crescendum Calibrum combo.
Vision of that. Vista wanted to maybe even come in here and delay this Herald take. Not gonna happen, and I like to see this kind of aggression.
Yeah, flash hook is going to come out. Vista does keep himself alive and face breaks nicely, but it's not going to matter. He doesn't.
Now they should know.
Ooh, not quite. Arthur's going to come in with the undertow, and they get the bad news. Facebreaker comes down as Vista might be once again in trouble, but he does avoid the end of the line damage. Deft just standing up and taking it and dishing it back towards Pyosik as well, but no one is going to be taken down just yet. Just an Ignite invested on Vista's side. Exhaust still.
Yeah, they use the box as well.
Yeah. All right, Killer Instinct. He's looking to jump onto Pyosik here and does so successfully. The Moonlight Vigil not going to do too much as Vista once again is dead. And you can see Arthur just running forward. The reckless swing is most definitely that, as now Deft just trying to rain hell down. But this was not the trade that they wanted. It looked so strange. Bubble not going to connect there onto Deft, who flashes out of the way, and the Paddle Star will miss. But still, I don't know, man. That's a bit of a head scratcher. At the ready is going to try and help things out. Deft taking half of his health bar is actually very relevant, given the fact that the dragon has just spawned. Now Sulka looking to try and jump on top of Deft, and it's going to be Vista that has to flash now. Hook comes down, and they have to wave goodbye to the set, but I think that was mostly a mistake on Deft.
Online, and he's ready to fight.
Ooh. Yeah, Gravitum actually going to do a bunch of work here as Chovy not going to survive. Exhaust down, as well as you can see that Arthur, is trying to run away.
And no smite, and there's just, the death timers are so long here for the timing of how this works out before the take. There's just nothing they can do to deny, and in fact, DRX is one step ahead. They're like, okay, we're going to try to push mid. DRX is ready to take another fight where they have a numbers advantage.
Yeah, Baron's going to go down in the meantime as Deft Killer Instinct to try and get out of there. And he's just going to have to run for the hills. Dudu trying to fight this one out as Sulka picks up a flash, uses it to get away. Dudu doing his very best to try and 1v5, but he only takes one of them. DRX are going to easily take down this inner turret. Deft, yeah, you're not going to be able to grab that without any minions, as Dudu and Kingin are trying to fight this one out. Gore Drinker going to help keep Dudu alive for a little bit, but there is a Bramble Vest, and now World Ender comes forward, and DRX, the cavalry comes through. as well as the solo lanes from DRX are here. Now just going to move on over and try and take this top lane turret down as Vista flashes in once again. Gets himself the Haymaker shield, and I'm used to saying this. Vista is going to go down. Moonlight Vigil not going to connect, as Arthur's just going to get collaterally damaged to death, and the inhibitor will also fall down.
Just push for the game here. They've got a wave, and they have Aphelios. They can at least push down these turrets, no question. I mean, I don't see any way that this gets defended by Honda Life Esports. They need a miracle here. I mean, what are you shockwaving for?
There's no Baron, so these minions are killable. We'll see whether Chovy's going to be able to get the work done. Deft is going to start off this fight, but immediately he's exhausted. Bao walks back into a turret shot, but he's going to survive. And now the Nexus turret will get taken down low. Chovy with the shockwave gets the help of the fountain, but it just doesn't look like it's going to be enough. Vista once again just running on in there to die once more as Dudu, they need to stop them from killing this Nexus, but it's just going to go 28 minutes into the game, and DRX clap back against Hanwha Life.
Very impressive.
Wow, did so much damage. And he got so many items. He was, you know, fed a lot of the gold. And you can see it certainly paid off. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for game number 2. That has, you know, a lot of reputation when it comes to lane control. Chovy in general as a player, very good at lane control, but maybe in this matchup, it's going to be enough for Solka to be able to really provide space for Pyosik early. And then Gangplank and Kai'Sa and Orianna all going to scale beautifully as this game goes on. Draft-wise, this looks way better for DRX than the first time that they were on red side against
I completely agree with you. I think as long as they don't have any big missteps in the early game, if they can play it safe, they can run that extra farm with Nidalee, make sure Kingan's okay in the top lane, perhaps even put a lot of resources towards him, they're going to be in good shape.
Damn right. Let's do it. Let's hop onto the Rift for game number 3, the final game of the night here for day 4 of LCK 2021. I had to blind pick a Gnar again as Pyosic's like, oh, he sees the food underneath the turret. Does avoid the spear very nicely as Morgan's going to survive. Now Chovy looking for it. He will get onto King in here as the Justice Punch will land, but it's still a 1v2. And Chovy does need to be very careful. Has to flash actually to get to safety, and Kingin holds on to his. So maybe a little bit of an overstep there from Chovy's Galio as that Facebreaker is beautiful. But once again, the Pantheon's coming down. Deft trying to stay alive, but he's not going to be able to. Stun comes in. They trade 1 for 1.
So really slightly better trade.
Ooh.
And
the passive? Go. Easy. Yeah, that's another
in a lot of ways.
I felt like it was doomed from the Gnar pick, right? Because like this then becomes possible. Yeah. And it's an obvious play, right? Like if you've played top lane, you've played against very even on gold against Bao. And in the jungle, Pantheon is doing an okay job as well with his Serrated Dirt already completed. Facebreaker onto Vista here towards the bottom side. Level 4 for Becca, unfortunately. A lot of value there from Deft, but unfortunately...
At the moment, see how long it lasts, because he is 20 CS up. He's going to get a ton of plates gold. And also, they don't have vision of this. Dive in here.
Well, there's the flash headbutt Pove. And Vista's not going to be able to find Pyosik, and now they're the ones trapped in the pit. Kingan's going to come up over the top, doesn't have Cannon Barrage, as Vista's just dead. He's in the back of the pit now, nothing he can really do. Heroic Entrance going to try and save him, and actually Hanwha are going to turn it around. There's the showstopper over the wall. Vista will be taken down, but Deft says no. Solka's going to go down, and now Hanwha Life looking much better really that last fight. As, okay, we've got a big gank coming in, but both of the supports are going to be here. There's the headbutt. Bit of a trade of positions as Grand Skyfall comes down. Becker is going to be going, but Vista, very close to death as well, will survive this time around. Yeah, that's... Life are going to back away. DRX going to do the same thing as now Morgan throws down the ulti at a very strange place. Sorry, Kingan does, as Morgan had got out of there, but still, it's going to be all right.
This is a bit of an overextension. If the showstopper goes off, he is dead meat, but not going to happen.
Yeah, well, there's the flash pole, as we're going to get the trample stun as well. Solka, well and truly dead. And that's going to be Arthur picking up another kill for himself. Kingan.
Choky is you do not know where Vista is.
Oh, Pyosik. They tried to use the Rift Herald Debater, and the Dragon will be taken down. Turret as well. Now, will the team fight actually be successful as Morgan, Narbar in a great position. Deft dashing after King, and he has to flash to get out. But Becca not going to be so lucky. Solka with the 2-man shockwave. That's definitely good. And now Vista looking to try and deliver him. Hebapov comes on in. Heroic Entrance gets a really beautiful knock-up. And look, I'm going to say it, Vista's redeemed himself completely. That was
really
beautiful.
nice for so long. That never happened because, simply put, yeah,
This is aggressive, to say the least. As Vista's over the wall, they know that he's over the wall. As Chovy goes in, three-man taunts, beautiful. There's the cannon barrage finally, but Kingan's gonna go down. Deft grabs that kill, and it was all a bait. Why? What? No, don't face check. That was a bit of a silly move. As now Pyoshik gonna go in, he's gonna take down the Gnar. Arthur tries to kite it out, as Chovy will get on top of the kitty cat, and Vista will take away the kill. It is still
semi-global from far away, and he does just that.
Speaking of which, yeah, two-man Shockwave does come in. Facebreaker down as well as Becca looking to get in position, decides to go for the Constellation Cow as Morgan able to get in there, get on top of everything, and he has the Gnar in perfect position. Kingan not so lucky. The Gangplank, not sure what you were doing there, buddy, but in amongst a billion Harmon Life members is not exactly the best place.
That mid inhibitor open, it's just going to be a one and done. We get a team wipe, we get an ace, try to fight before they can set up for Baron, before they have the fight on their terms. And just making sure they don't let Chovy flank, I think, is the name of the game here. They're playing so passively around that.
All right, Vista goes for the flash once again, gets the flash out from Bao, which is good news, but the Grand Skyfall onto Sulka, he goes golden as well. It's like a Messiah play, but on a Pantheon. Flashes out now as well as now Kingan in trouble once again as the Gangplank with the flank, and it's not what they want. Pyoshik also going to die as Becca is going to be the one to spare the blushes of his top laner. And Kingan, he laned so well, but what is he doing in these positions?
Yeah, he's just on the edge. He's trying to buy some time.
Vista, okay, they're going to dive onto Kingan here. Vista goes into his stopwatch. Beautifully done. The Pantheon's going to fall down, but Deft, he's managed to find himself some resets, and that is going to be the double kill. Chovy goes golden. Sulka's going to kill him.
Of this fight that's starting up now, but they were able to wrestle it away.
Oh, Chovy. Once again, looking for flanks as Kingan not going to be able to find that barrel that could have been actually very pivotal in this situation. Now it's going to be a 50-50 as we've got Pyoshik in position. Can he save the soul is the question. He may not be able to as Becca goes for the hero play, but he's not able to get it done. Now Mountain Soul comes in, and Samira's looking to clean up all the kills. Kingan, once again, he's just not in a great position. As Bao, he's going to get hunted by Morgan, thrown into the wall. Deft grabs his third kill of the team fight. Bao's just holding on to position, and that will be the ace as Hanwha Life find the game.
All this thought.
Well, that's a lot of teleports, Wolf, as Kingan, he's getting taken down to about half health. Morgan really feeling himself at this stage as the globals have all been expended as there is a Gnar into the wall. Becca's going to be missed by the wallop, though, and Kingan avoided it completely. And now Morgan's looking a little bit silly at this stage of the fight. Likely to be taken down, but no, goes into his stopwatch. Becca does the same, but he's the one that's going to be dying as Deft diving in, and will be able to pick up a double kill off the back of Morgan, throwing himself at the enemy.
Well, that's the game for sure. You know, it looked like it was going to be the game almost, 85%, 90%, and then DRX get caught outside of their base. It's tough to defend against a Baron. You got to try to make a play, you got to try to make a pick, but now it is just simply all she wrote here. Big win here for Hanwha Life Esports, a very competitive back and forth series, but DRX aren't able to clutch it out in the end.
Yeah, not quite able to do it. Nexus will go down. Congratulations to Hanwha Life Esports for picking up their first victory here in the LCK. So, still, I'd say that DRX can be proud of themselves. Just maybe a bit unfortunate with a few of the decisions made in the later stages.
I really feel like in the last two series of DRX we have seen